Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video we are working on a return client. This client actually had that gray, white, and gold set that I recently posted. I will put that in the cards in case you want to check that out. Off camera I already removed that set. She wanted these almond shaped nails to be longer, so I actually went in with nail forms and extended them a little bit with some clear acrylic. So that I just felt like I didn't need to show because we ended up with the same shape. But I am starting off already prepped. We already applied a new cuticle bead and prepped her, cuticle area and everything like that. And I'm going right in on top of that clear layer with this really beautiful, it's one of my favorite like brown girl color nudes of all time from Sugar and Cream. It is called Peanut. I used it early on in my channel on a set that I did with myself with some seashells, and it was this really gorgeous nude glossy set. So I'm using that as my base color today. I am not clear capping these nails, so we are just building up our color and structure with this peanut color from Sugar and Cream. As you can see, this brush that I was using is a new brush, and I was breaking it in, and I had it sitting upright in the container of monomer and acetone, and it kind of bent the brush, the bristles of the brush, and it was just really annoying working with it. So I put it down and went back to my normal brushes. So yeah, I'm just using that peanut color to apply a solid structure of a nail on all 5 of her fingers. Again, this color is really beautiful. It's a warm, I don't even know, it's like a really warm, light, kind of translucent, kind of nude brown. It is really beautiful. Again, it's called Peanut by Sugar and Cream. It's one of my favorites of all time. And I really enjoyed using it on her. She does have darker skin, and I love doing nudes for brown skinned girls. It's really, I don't know, just maybe because I'm biased because I'm dark skinned too. So, I just enjoyed using this color on her, and I kind of forgot how much I liked it because I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, I'm going in and applying that to all of the nails, just making sure to build up coverage and structure. I will not be clear capping these, so just making sure that we have enough product on the nail. I felt like these nails were not too long where we needed to clear cap, and the Sugar and Cream acrylics are really good in terms of structure, so I just went in and did that. I did do these nails a little bit differently than I normally do. One, I didn't clear cap. I didn't use a carbide bit to e-file. I did a lot of hand filing. I extended with nail forms. Like, it was just a different set. So hopefully you enjoy, watching what we do for this one. So after this application, I went in with an 80/80 grit hand file, and I'm just going to be refining that beautiful almond shape that we worked on. Again, I did extend the length of her nails, so that was done off camera. If that's something that you might be interested in, maybe I'll do a video on that using nail forms as well, just to sculpt a longer almond and a reshaped, and then I just went in and applied. So we're just maintaining that almond shape, beautiful, soft, rounded, kind of like a wider stiletto. It kind of rounds into that point, and then softening the point so that it's not an extreme, pointy almond. It's just like a nice soft round shape. And as you can see, I'm using the hand file to kind of buff the surface of the nail as well. Yeah, this acrylic just works really, really well for hand filing. It's soft to hand file, but it has enough structure in it and strength that you don't have to clear cap. So I enjoyed this. So I don't know why, but I still had the mandrel bit with the sanding band that I used to prep her nails on my e-file, and I just went in with the sanding band and used it to smooth out the nails. And normally I would use a carbide bit or a diamond bit or some type of bit that eats up product a little bit more, but I just felt like, especially because I didn't clear cap the nails, I didn't want to use anything that would chew through the product a little too much. So I went in with the sanding band, and I loved the result, especially because we were doing a lot of hand painting on this set. It really just was kind of like using my hand file, but on the nails. I was able to get nice and tight into the cuticle and sidewall area without hurting the client, because sanding bands are safe to use on the natural nail, and it didn't chew through too much of my product. And it gave me a nice dusty appearance, scuffed up appearance to the nail that was really great for gripping the polishes that we're going to use after. So that's something that I did differently. I do have the Young Nails dust collector on the table, so it's just helping to pick up any fine dust that comes off from the sanding band. But yeah, I'm just using the sanding band to smooth out the surface of the nail and to clean her cuticle and sidewalls. After that, I spray her fingers with some Young Nails Swipe and use a manicure brush to brush away any debris and dust, and we have this beautiful chocolatey brown set. We are starting off with this crazy neon green. It is by iGel Beauty. It's called Screaming Green, and it is neon, guys. So yeah, this set was really, really beautiful and graphic, and that nude brown was just like a really lovely base for all of the crazy colors that we're going to be using in this set. So I'm doing 2 coats of this polish just to make sure that it's completely opaque, and I'm having her cure for 30 seconds in between, and then we're gonna get into the rest of the design. So for this set, I am using some spider gel. It was my first time working with spider gel, and I didn't realize how sticky this stuff was. I accidentally touched it with like my watch, and it was everywhere. So I'm just using some orange wood sticks. I have 3 of them together, and I'm just dipping it in and drawing random lines across the nail, making sure to wiggle it around on the bottom, just so that we don't get like streaks that we don't want on the nail. And it's a really, really cool design. I'm definitely going to be playing around with spider gel in the future. One thing to note, okay, so I definitely made a mistake with this client and using spider gel, is that you see how I dragged it to her skin to kind of stop the gel from straggling, I guess, continuing. You must wipe the client's skin off before sticking their hand in the lamp. So I did not do that, and then she ended up with hardened gel on her cuticle area, but it's totally fine. We used oil and was able to get it off her skin, but just to avoid that, don't be like me. Yeah, so I think it's really, really cool. You can do some really cool things with spider gel. It's my first time using it, and this brand is from Savvyland. I got it from Amazon, so that will be linked below. But I'm going in on 3 of the nails and just adding random wisps of black gel across some of the nails, because we're going to be doing some really, really graphic work on this set. So now I'm going in with my favorite iGel Beauty white gel paint. And I like to use gel paint just because it has a thicker consistency rather than gel polish. So it kind of just sits wherever you put it. Gel polish kind of spreads and, you know, self-levels, but gel paint is a little bit thicker, and it just kind of sits and just a little bit more pigment in it. So I enjoy using that, and I've got my striper brushes. They're, you know, working hard in this set, and I'm just going to be drawing random shapes and lines. That's when I realized, I was like, whoops, I definitely should have wiped her hand. I'm going to be drawing random shapes and geometric lines across all three of the nails that have the spider gel with this white gel paint. After having her cure for a full 30 seconds, I'm going back in with my black iGel Beauty gel paint, and I'm just going to continue drawing geometric random shapes across the nail. I'm trying not to do too much black because we do have the spider gel that's already black on the nail, so I'm just, you know, freestyling it. We did have like reference photos, but for the most part, I was just freestyling these geometric shapes. I think it's cool as well when there's no, like, you know, rhyme or reason to it. I just wanted a little bit of black, a little bit of white, and then we're gonna add some fun stuff afterwards. And then after adding the black, have her cure for another 30 seconds. So here's where the fun stuff started. I'm sure you're looking at the screen and you're like, what am I doing? So I'm actually adding thin lines of glossy top coat. We're gonna be chroming, adding some chrome details to this nail. So I'm adding really thin areas of glossy top coat to the nail, and you can't really see it because it's glossy and, you know, clear. But when you cure this, you'll be able to apply chrome specifically to the areas where this top coat is. So I'm being very careful with a very thin liner brush, and I'm just adding small lines and shapes where I want there to be some chrome. After applying that, I'm gonna have her cure for 60 seconds. I'm gonna go in and add a layer of glossy top coat to this middle finger nail, just being careful to not get top coat on the skin, cuticle, or sidewall area, because when adding chrome on top, it will definitely transfer. And now I'm going in with some swipe and a lint-free wipe, and I'm just going to wipe off any tacky layer on any of the other paints that I've used. The white gel paint, the black gel paint, or the spider gel. Now I'm going in with some gold chrome that I got from Amazon and just burnishing it into anywhere that I placed that glossy top coat design. So you'll see that because we wiped off the inhibition layer, the chrome is only sticking to the top coat layer, which is what we wanted. And then I've done this in another video, and I think this is a really cool technique to seal in the chrome. We're gonna go back in with the glossy top coat and basically reline every design that we did with the chrome. So where exactly you want the chrome to stay, you're basically gonna redraw the fancy lines or shapes or whatever you drew with the glossy top coat and cure. Then you'll wipe away the excess and you'll be left with just those thin areas of chrome. So you'll just watch me. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So I added the chrome, I'm brushing off the excess, and then I'm just going to reline everywhere that I want the chrome to stay with another layer of glossy top coat, cure for 60 seconds, and then that chrome will be locked in place. And as you can see, the chrome is just sitting nicely. I have a nice thin line of chrome by the white, a thin shape of chrome on the tip of the finger. So basically you're able to wipe away any excess chrome that you don't want on the nail from the rest of the design. And I think it's just really, really cool. A way to get chrome accents on a nail, just using, you know, top coat and a liner brush. I think that's really freaking cool. So I'm going in with my swipe and a manicure brush just to make sure I get the pigment out of her cuticle area. We know that that dust is just, it gets everywhere, and you just don't want to have that laying around, especially because we're going in with more designs. So now I'm taking that neon screaming green from iGel Beauty, and I'm just going to continue drawing geometric shapes. So just incorporating that green into this design. This is very graphic and random. I was just winging it at this point, making random shapes, a square hair, like a little triangle diamondy thing there. We're gonna go back in and add a little bit of texture later with the green, but for now I'm just building up random shapes as I see fit, I guess. On this pointer finger, I'm using some black gel paint and a longer striping brush, and I'm basically going to outline the entire nail. So this is something that she requested. I think it came out really, really nice, and it's kind of cool because the black line goes over the chrome and the rest of the design, so it just gives you a really beautiful frame of the nail. Anyway, I'm just making sure to be very, very careful around the cuticle areas, and then I'm going to have her cure for a full 60 seconds to lock this in. So for this green nail, I'm going in with a matte top coat. I'm using my favorite Beetles matte top coat on the green nail. In hindsight, I was telling her that I think this set would have been even more beautiful if the entire set was matte with the chrome on top and the texture on top, but by then we had already added the chrome, and then I didn't want to make the chrome matte, so we went glossy on the other nail. So the solid green nail is matte, but the rest of the nails do have a glossy finish. So I'm just adding that glossy top coat, and I'm using the Macart no wipe top coat for the rest of the nails, including that chrome one to lock in the chrome. Now to finish off these nails and to add a bit of texture and something fun to the design, I'm going back in with that screaming green, and I'm basically redrawing all of the shapes that I drew with this green polish. One thing that it's going to do is it's going to add more intensity to the color, so as you can see, you could kind of see through it a little bit. I'm adding way more polish now, so it's more opaque, and then we're going to sprinkle some neon green acrylic over it to give it a little bit of texture. So that's why I top coated the first time. This is a custom mix green acrylic that I made for myself. It is glow in the dark, and I think it was just a cool way to add extra something fun to this set and tie in the green, and we have a bit of texture. So this is what the set looks like. It's super different and bright and graphic, but I think it was really, really pretty, and it looks great on this almond shape. I really hope you like this video. If you do, like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.